Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I thought I'd come online and do almost like a mini podcast before I began the video because I've been experiencing all these great insights that are very restful and profound in terms of me changing how I spend my day in a much more relaxed, chill manner. I used to not be someone who really loved change. I don't like internal change, like in the home where I have to take out big appliances and have new things come in. But the end result of all of these changes I'm finding is beneficial. It's beneficial in terms of, safety and comfort and all of that. So when I woke up this morning, I was really inspired to get a pad of paper and a pen, and throughout the day I'm going to write down all the things that I'm doing differently that I might have in the past found a challenge, but now I find great insight from the change of it. And one of the things, I found one of my fairy reflection books, and I love this so much because this is something that I have been providing myself with for the past week, and I've had changes, and it goes like this. It says, I urge you to keep discovering more and more about something that even mildly sparks your interest. Doing so will give you a clear understanding as to what the new thing is, how it works, and how it can affect your life. Your interest may very well increase and become more familiar to you. So whatever it is, if you have this little inkling, I really want to try to sketch, and you have a sketch pad and you have your pencil and you start sketching, start to pay attention to the joy it fills you with, to the insights you get, to mostly, is it something that you just get jazzed out about? Because I have to do that for myself. If I'm going to ask myself, hey, I want to do this project, what I do is I envision myself doing this project in my head, and then what are those feelings that it provides? When I'm painting, it's always a restful, beautiful, inspired time because I start to connect with my most high vibrational self. When I'm making jewelry, I remember when I was making this piece because I love blue agates, and when I started working with it, I was like, I felt like I could breathe better, I could speak better. And what I wanted to do was envision me wearing it places where I was having fun, dinners, celebrations with people that I love, all of that. And continuing in that vein, I started to create more things that I felt brought substance and real meaning to my life. I've definitely moved from, and I'm proud of myself, from kind of quality to over quantity, because I used to love when I was shopping, those little impulse aisles at Target and other places. I would go absolutely, gung-ho crazy in those and think, oh, it's the last time I'm ever going to see this. This is so special. I need this, so on and so forth. And it really was ridiculous how I would grab everything in sight. So now I'm inspired by things of beauty, nature, and definitely simplicity. I feel like simplicity is going to be a key word for us. But I loved, and I rediscovered this book when I was actually cleaning and simplifying and going through things. So I love this bit that's saying, discovery can be the result of chance and accident. And oftentimes this happens to me too. I was discussing the other day when I went in the nature center by myself, which I rarely do. I always make it like a group event. But by doing that and slowing down and paying attention to everything, all the nuance, the animals, I had beautiful interactions and experiences with the birds, with bees, with rabbits, with all kinds of beautiful entities there. And I feel like if there ever was a fairy realm, this place is the fairy realm. It is true magic. It's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. So again, along the road of discovery, mistakes will be made, but many lessons are learned. So when, whether it's like this careful cruise to discover something or just like a haphazard bumbling, rushing through something, you notice something and you're like, I equate this with peace and quiet. I equate this with inner knowing. I equate this with balance and self-integration with higher spirit, because that's always my goal on a daily basis, to discover something new. I feel like I'm on a lifelong journey to really get to know other people, how to inspire confidence, because slowly that's something progressively that happened with myself. Initially, I've always been I'm a Sag, I'm happy-go-lucky, I have confidence, I never let anybody, even if somebody was very aggressive, I take the stance that's their energy and that's really their problem. And I can bolster a lot of strength from that and a lot of reserve. And I don't give in to fear, cowardice, or any of that. It's just not been part of my repertoire. But what does happen is I'm not a lover of confrontation. I don't like a lot of debates and stuff. I feel like, let's talk about what we love and what inspires us and makes us feel good, right? Why are we sitting there debating why somebody should do something a certain way or be critical? And what I thought I might do is each Friday is do like a little mini podcast. And before today's read, which I'm going to do on camera, I just wanted to let you know about that, because I was watching some podcasts, and what I love is if I've discovered something new, and oftentimes I can channel without cards and I have an understanding of certain things, but sometimes I love them as a sequential type of base for me, because I get so many ideas and I hear so much that it helps kind of balance and simplify the directive and the delivery of things, right? But really be prepared right now to nurture these seeds of discovery, because I feel like a lot of you guys, you're gonna you might think, oh, this is unbelievable, or this is for somebody else. And a great many of you, where I feel this is a cat hair attack, is going to be being employed for yourself, understanding that you have the wherewithal, you have the gifts and talents to do this, to follow your bliss. A lot of you guys are creatives, and if you want to write that book, if you want to start that channel, whatever it is, really connect to that, because now is a really powerful time where you're going to be able to integrate all these new ideas and move forward. A lot of us aren't meant to work in a corporate structure, sitting at a desk, doing things for other people. We're meant to really devise a plan of our own that works for us, right? And oftentimes, you know, that's not our parents, our grandparents, or our educators' template. They're like, oh no, you know, you should really do this with benefits. Now, more than ever, I believe people are arriving at the door of their natural gifts, and they're going to be able to do amazing things with them. And that's what I feel is coming for you. So you're going to get this great idea for whatever it is, a podcast, a channel, a book. Really ride with that. Start writing everything down, because I feel like scripting is a huge part and can benefit us greatly in our journey and help us reach success within that, by saying, you know what, there's so much magic and there's so much like energy around when we tap into that creative, loving, grounded, manifestational energy. You're going to be able to do this. Like, just as the screen is changing behind me, I love things like that. Like, I love color. I use color to help me, definitely. As you can see, when I was making this, I was like all about smoky blues and grays and vibrant colors, and I was really, really excited. So I'm going to begin your read today, and it's just messages about how you can manifest your new path. This is trying to pop out, so we're going to take a look at this. Knave of Cups. I love this. So this us, look how dreamy and beautiful this is. So this cup asks us, hey, what makes us feel like we are grounded, solid, and emotionally on the footing where we feel sound, where we feel free to express our most authentic self. We feel free to connect with somebody that we may feel love and you know, an equal frequency with, like we just want to say hi, but we're not going to return to that lower vibration of fear or mistrust, that we're misguided. As I've been talking in my other videos about some people that are constantly being scammed or misused, there's a lot of people out there that are absolute professionals at this. So you feel pulled in. So you might now be going, oh gosh, I don't know if I trust my intuition or my heart anymore, if it's doing all this diabolical BS to me, like what is happening? But you can trust this. Ask your spirit, say, please send me signs and signals that this can be trusted, and that this is something that is reasonable and I can feel reassured in. Because oftentimes, you know, if we feel like we're set adrift from logic, and we are in that kind of dreamy state where we really want something, we think that we might be imagining it. But this is going to help you know truly what's meant for you, and that you're not imagining. And this is happening for a lot of people right now. This happens in smaller sequences for me, where I have to build a new foundation. And because what we're talking about is you getting clear, kind of laser sharp focus, this is awesome, because you're going to now notice what foundations are made on quicksand and what foundations you need to rebuild. This can be certain friendships where you put up new boundaries. A relationship right now that might be based on, you know, whimsy and dreams and what we wish for but isn't really there. You know, this could be a person that we're with, that we're seeing their best self, or we're looking into what their future capabilities are in terms of love and communication, but they may not be there right now. And oftentimes we think, oh, well, we can do this change and we can implement this change and this person will, you know, do an about face. This is taking a very realistic view of who you're with and why you're with them. And I like that because sometimes, and also what you might be doing that doesn't really coalesce beautifully with your highest vibrational self. Sometimes, and I do this, sometimes if I'm really warped up, I have a lot of fire in my chart and I'm very creative. And if I get overwhelmed by it, what I'll do is I'll start to like nibble at candy and start to consume things and like eat my feelings and be like, okay, I got to calm down, because there's so many, you know, there's so much scientific proof too that talks about eating being restful and relaxing, but we're not supposed to use that as a tool because we're over imbibe, right? And our bodies does not like to struggle with digestion. And I know my body doesn't like a lot of candy, and I'm like, give me this and give me that. And now, you know, I'll start munching on everything, but I'm going to change that. Now this I love, because when we get the 9 of Pentacles, this is us doing it by ourselves. And it's so funny, I was reading Neuf because I took French for a lot of years, but I never get to use it like at all. And I was like, how do I know that number? I saw the French before the English. This is you doing it by yourself, you being a diabolical problem solver, money generator. Now this is the key manifestor, because this is individual strength and power imbued into your actions to create wealth for you. This is self-made. I love this card. It's self-made. And I had to realize, you know, years ago when I decided to go on this journey, that nobody was ever going to pay me what I thought my worth was, because I know that I give my body, soul, everything into every job that I was in. And oftentimes that is not rewarded by middle management. They don't like that. No, they don't want to see somebody that's excelling and working and raising the bar and them going in there. Because I think, why do something if you're not going to do it with excellence and swish and polish and make it beautiful? Oftentimes this was in simple areas, just like when I was a barista and when I was in catering, because things should look beautiful. Things should look amazing, right? And I would put so much into it. And instead of being rewarded with positive affirmations, it was a, oh, how much time did you spend on that? Why were you wasting time? You know, I don't like scattered, fast, more. I don't like quantity over quality. So I realized, hey, you need to go into work for yourself. You're a highly creative soul, so all of this doesn't work for you. This heavy energy and being an empath. A lot of you guys are empathic and you have beautiful creative abilities, and you should go into work for yourself, and you are going to be self-made in a really spectacular way, which I love. Let's pull one more card. I'm going to break it up in the middle, because I was getting an 8 of Pentacles and it might have not been shuffled. If I know you had the Knave before, now you have the Knight of Wands. So you're going to have some empowered, beautiful, loving energy coming in for you, where you just feel passion for your life, passion for who you are, passion for the person you're going to be with, and you're also creating and manifesting in your life. I feel like this is a manifestation of love and courtship card as well, because we want to feel impassioned about a person. We want to feel impassioned about our life and the direction we're moving in, and you're doing that beautifully, and I love that for you. So best thing is maybe now some scripting and an envisionment board, putting down on paper what you want this life, this person, this relationship, this endeavor, whatever it is you want, what you want it to feel, look, see, and be like. And then feel it, experience it, because by experiencing it, again, our brain doesn't know the difference between an imagined result that we are really enmeshed in, or something that really truly took place, but we get to experience it. You know, that's why they say a coward dies 1,000 deaths, because if they're always living with fear, they're inundated with that, right? Same thing for, you know, a brave heart, a true heart, someone who has passion for their life. You get to experience a love just by thinking about it. So all of you guys that are trying to manifest your soulmates, you're trying to manifest your dream vocation, and I don't like to call vocations jobs, because jobs has kind of like a sticky like quality to it, right? Like a job infers hard work and toil, and this isn't toil. This is expressing, this is bringing to life, this is creating, and that's something that you're going to be doing miraculously and beautifully right now. So again, just remember this the next time that you're just sitting there and you have a moment, be like, oh, I want to dream about my future love. I want to dream about my dream vocation. I want to dream about light, loving, airy, fairy, gorgeous energy. And I was listening to a speaker this morning, and I'm lucky. I've created this kind of life for myself where I get to be in nature. I get to be with animals. I get to be with art. I get to be with you guys. And it raises my vibration. I mean, my vibrational set point working in anything corporate was much, much lower. And, you know, it's things I won't endorse things I can't get on board with, you know, and I don't like, it's good enough. Like, if something is not nice, polished, or safe, like, why are people pushing that out? You know, that's why I'm sometimes so in awe of people that will endorse products. And do you try these things? Do you know if your skin really likes it? All of this stuff, you know what I mean? And people kind of in this era too, and we've seen it on YouTube with other people too, you know, they're not very gracious about the power and the strength that they're given. You know, people are watching them, and people believe in the process and things that they're doing, like some of these gamers, and they're given all of this stuff, and they do some diabolical, gross things, but you're realizing that, oh, I'm going to have graciousness and love and generosity with this power, because you are coming into it. That Nine of Pentacles is like big money, and this Knight of Wands is you having so much passion for whatever you're doing, and so you're going to come into this power with grace and generosity, which is going to, because you're really true blue, and you have a true heart, and you don't want things to be convoluted with, you know, and it's not about the almighty dollar, although it's going to be coming in for you, because abundance is due you. It's a karmic reward, and I'm really loving that for you. So those are your messages today. I just felt inspired to come on camera. I was feeling happy, and I feel like it translates when we feel good and we have good messages and we feel high vibrational. It definitely translates, and I wanted to bring that to you guys and just come on camera and thank you from the bottom of my soul for all your beautiful support, your love, for everything, from jewelry and buying my designs. And you know, you can always say, Melanie, I saw you wearing this, or I saw this on camera. Is that available? Because I make so many pieces I forget about. Honest to goodness, I make them and then I put them in jewelry bags. I legit forget about them, and then when I find them, I'm like, treasure, bingo. You know, so you guys are the absolute best. So love and light. I'd love for you also to come over to Instagram and come get in on all the fun stuff over there. You know, I do all kinds of specials and giveaways, and I'm devising a really cool prize for next week. It's something that I'm making and I'm really excited about. And sometimes I just make things with you guys in mind, and like having it be a prize, because I love to do things for that. Again, you guys, you're the absolute best. Thank you for, you know, supporting me over the years, and your beautiful comments. I was just reading them this morning. They made my day. You guys are the absolute best. Love and light.